Hello, my nerds and nerdettes. This is another pitch video slash pre-write video of Spider-Man 4, which will be a 3-part series for the college trilogy of Spider-Man. And I'm calling this one Spider-Man: Fear of the Past. So we're opening on Spider-Man, right? We're mainly going to be seeing Spider-Man throughout this whole movie. Well, technically, we're going to be seeing mainly Spider-Man, but we're going to be seeing some scenes, at least that's what we're going to think you. Because, see, he's going to the local college, I forgot the name of, in New York, where he's going to be meeting these three. Hobie Brown, Jenny Lincoln, who's Janice Lincoln in the comics, but, you know, that's not a modern name, so she's going to be named Jenny. And Flash Thompson. I think it would be funny if he, flunked out of MIT and now is going back to New York in this new school. Not only that, but Spider-Man's interning at the Daily Bugle, where he's working for J. Jonah Jameson, is another photographer next to Eddie Brock, who he gets along with very closely, and is working with printers, too, with these two, Betty Brant and Carly Cooper. And all of these, except for J. Jonah Jameson, so all of these guys, would be trying to, bond with Peter. But he doesn't want to get his heart broken again, because in No Way Home, he lost everyone he cared about. And so he just doesn't talk to anyone. He just works with people pretty much, and, is in class with people, and is getting told by this guy, "Parker, stop it, get me some photos of Spider-Man." Which he can obviously do, because, he is Spider-Man. So, yeah. That's what he does in the day. He just does his normal daily routine, slightly talking with this guy on what they should do for photos, helping these guys, and, doing school with these guys. They're trying to, help him, but, he ain't listening, because he ain't wanting more friends, because he lost his last friends, and everyone no longer knows who he is. But as Spider-Man, he is someone else. He is public, and he is the true Peter Parker that we all know and love. And he's even starting to make allies with a cop named Jefferson Davis. Miles Morales? No, Jefferson Morales. No. So where'd he go? Spider-Man. After a day of the Daily Bugle, these three again tried to, make friends with Peter, but he doesn't listen, and he's just told, "All right, bring in pictures of Spider-Man, Eddie and Peter. Each of you different," or whatever. So Spider-Man in the streets sees Shocker mugging a woman. And so he dons his Spider-Man costume and stops Shocker. Return of Shocker. But then he lays eyes on the woman, because she was, in the shadows when she was getting mugged. And he sees Aunt May. He says, "So now you can save me? Now you can save me? You were able to save me now, but you can't save me then. You'll never be good enough to save people or the ones you care about." And this is gonna, blow Spider-Man away. He's gonna go, crazy, because, what? And he starts going crazy. He starts, PTSD stuff. That's going to be one of the main threats for him. So, over the course of that next week, again, these guys would try to help Peter and make friends with him. And as Spider-Man, he's stopping these villains. The Enforcers, Rhino, Walrus, and Shocker. But after every day, these guys keep coming back. He doesn't know what's happening, what's going on, but he keeps seeing these 4 specific people, and he swears he just put them away. Not only that, but after each one of these missions, he sees either Aunt May, Ned Leeds, or MJ, who seem to remember him, and drive him insane. He starts going insane, thinking that he's going into madness, because he ain't getting no social interaction, and he's getting barely any sleep due to Spider-Man stuff at night. So he thinks he's just, going through some stuff, but then he goes to a doctor and realizes he has PTSD. So he assumes that this PTSD, and that's why he's seeing these people. But then after fighting one of these villains, he notices a piece of tech which looks super familiar. He'd take it to Janice Lincoln, who in my universe, who in this, not my universe, this pre-write is studying specifically engineering, and would tell him that this tech was only used by Stark Industries people, and they were specifically designed by Quentin Beck, which assumes, oh my gosh, Mysterio, which makes Peter assume, oh my gosh, Mysterio's back. He's not dead. And now he has to fight him. So he goes on like a hunt. So he like actually starts talking to these guys and starts getting very well with them, even with Flash. And they start like interviewing all these guys. Hobby is like getting outside information because he's a master acrobat. She is like using her internet influence. He's helping Peter get photos. He's just kind of there, and these two are she's gathering evidence, and she's helping like decipher the tech. But then something would happen. After fighting one of those villains again, it doesn't really matter who, Spider-Man throws a punch so hard that the face starts functioning, this malfunctioning, and it's revealed it's not Mysterio, it's someone new, a chameleon, who would explain that he's hired to kill Spider-Man, and figured out, and who the person who hired him gave him a bunch of information on Peter, and that's why he's turning into not only these villains to tire him out, but also to show the people that he used to care about, to make him think he has PTSD. Heck, Chameleon was even a doctor who diagnosed him with PTSD. He was everyone. He was mind manipulating the crap out of him. This guy was getting manipulated. And what's worse is that this guy knows who he is. But then, yeah, and Peter would be at a graveyard visiting Aunt May. And he'd be asked by someone, what's wrong with you? Who would be revealed? It'd be Flash. And then Flash would explain that he knows that he's going through something because he went through it. Because you see, I would reveal that Flash was an adoptive child. He was adoptive by once an abusive man who gave him PTSD. Who he's been talking about PTSD a lot, so he assumes that he's going through PTSD from something. Because he doesn't remember who Peter is. And yeah, but then Flash got him help. His adoptive father help. And now they have like a father and son relationship. And so Peter would realize that he needs people in his life. And so he'd gather all these people, Eddie Brock, Hobby Brown, Betty Brant, Jenny Lincoln, Carly Cooper, and Flash Thompson. He'd gather all of them and reveal he's Spider-Man. So all of these guys would find out, and they support him, they help him, and he realizes that he doesn't have to be alone again. He never has to be alone. And so they'd help him hunt down Chameleon again, and there'd be like a final fight between Spider-Man and Chameleon. Chameleon is going to represent something in this movie. The fear and loneliness and the manipulation and how bad being alone can do to a person. And in the end credits, in the final scene, they'd all go to Flash's house to celebrate. Because now they know that's Peter Spider-Man. They can help him now. Heck, Peter defeats Spider-Man when Jenny Lincoln designs him some new electric web shooters because he needs at least some piece of technology. And Flash would introduce them all to his adoptive father, who was mentioned earlier, who's Hammerhead, who would have the last name of Thompson. We'll just say that his real name is Jonathan Thompson, who is Hammerhead. And they'd be like, holy crap, he's big. And then that movie ends. But we're gonna get 2 post-credit scenes. The first, Chameleon is in prison and he's talking to someone. He asks, "I failed, boss. I'm sorry. I failed, boss. I am sorry that I failed you." And it'd be revealed, "You didn't fail me. You did what I wanted you to do." And then he'd pull out a gun and straight up shoot Chameleon in the face. Chameleon dies in the movie He's Born. Another Mysterio. But there's another post-credit scene. So yeah, but before that, yeah, Kingpin is the one who hired Chameleon to take down Spider-Man because he sees Spider-Man as a threat. But in the other post-credit scene, we'd open on a prison with someone walking out, and they'd look to the sky, and it'd be revealed to be Mac Gargan, walking out of prison, getting out on good behavior, ready to take his revenge on Spider-Man. And this would all lead into the next Spider-Man movie, which would be Spider-Man 5, Spider-Man Fear of the Kingpin. And that's all I'm going to leave you guys with, and peace.